When this golden retriever was cruelly dumped, vets recoiled in horror at his huge growth. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to ring the bell for more. When Henry's owner abandoned the dog at a California veterinary surgery, the pooch's prospects didn't look good. In fact, vets had never seen anything like it. After all, the dog had a tumor that had gotten so large it accounted for half of its weight. In May of 2016, Sherry Houghton took Henry to AAA Animal Hospital in Huntington Beach. At the time, Houghton claimed she'd found the canine wandering along the seafront, and all appearances indicated that his owners had abandoned him. Indeed, as soon as animal control officers saw Henry, they started to build a picture of what had happened. Simply, they suspected that his owners had ditched the unwanted golden retriever due to a massive lump on the side of his body. Astonishingly, the swollen growth weighed a massive 46 pounds and extended along the right side of Henry's belly. Indeed, the swelling made it difficult for Henry to walk. Not surprisingly, the sight of the bloated pup broke animal control officer Vali Schomburg's heart. He couldn't move around very much, but definitely still wanted to live life, Schomburg explained to the dodo in 2016. He would bark, wag his tail, and then when you got close, he gave you kisses. His zest for life was still there. He was just weighed down a little. Everybody who's seen him has just kind of taken up a "Oh my Lord," Schomburg told CBS Los Angeles at the time, but the whole time he's trying to give you kisses and wagging his tail. With no time to lose, Schomburg took Henry to see veterinarian Carla Nichols. The sheer size of Henry's tumor shocked even Nichols, but she did what she could to help. Yes, the animal expert decided to take on Henry's case. In fact, she didn't charge for some procedures and instead accepted a $500 grant Schomburg had received for the desperate stray. Explaining her kind-hearted decision, Nichols told CBS Los Angeles, "It was already very difficult for him. It was obvious that his right front leg was having a hard time supporting his weight, so we knew we had to do something. And he was such a sweet dog." However, with that said, the vet was unsure just how to tackle Henry's growth given its size. "Most vets that we've asked and have been involved in his story have never seen a tumor that big," she told KTLA in 2016. But Nichols decided to go ahead and operate on Henry, although the surgery did pose some potential complications. Still, surgeons successfully removed Henry's monstrous tumor during a 3-hour surgery. A subsequent biopsy also found that the lump was cancerous, but thankfully the cancer hadn't spread anywhere else in his body. It seemed that the vets had gotten to the dog just in time. Then, just 5 days after the surgery, footage showed that Henry was fighting fit. He had a bald patch on his belly and a scar across his side, but otherwise he looked to be in excellent health. Now that Henry was well on the way to recovery, police turned their attention to finding his owner. Soon, animal officers began to suspect Sherry Houghton, the person who had initially dropped Henry off at the hospital. So in December 2016, a court charged Houghton with 4 counts of animal cruelty. Her trial was scheduled for January of 2017. If found guilty, Houghton could face 2 years in prison. Prosecutors claimed that a vet had advised the alleged owner to seek medical advice over the dog. Additionally, they claimed she had failed to do so before taking Henry to the animal hospital. According to Schomburg, prison was a very real possibility for whoever failed to attend to Henry's tumor. "It was very shocking that the tumor got that big and that someone wouldn't do the right thing," she said. "Whoever did this to Henry might have to answer to it." Meanwhile, Henry went to live with a foster family. Plus, the family would continue to monitor the retriever's progress until a forever home could be found. And according to animal control, Henry was now a happy dog. Giving an update on the dog, animal control officer Nick Ott said, "Henry's doing a lot better now. He's very happy, he's very mobile. He's still receiving ongoing treatment to make sure the tumor doesn't grow back." At a press conference, Ott also took the opportunity to remind Newport Beach citizens that help was there if they ever needed it. Indeed, Henry's owner would have needed to pay just $81 to hand the pet over to the city's animal control officers. Then the officials would have paid any medical costs necessary. There's a lot of resources out there for people who need assistance with their animals, Officer Ott said in December of 2016. Whether it be veterinary care that they can't afford or other types of assistance, there's assistance out there available if you need it. What we don't want to see is things progressing beyond what's reasonable to the point where it could constitute animal neglect," he continued. District Attorney Jennifer Malone agreed. "We need to keep in mind that we have certain responsibilities for care and treatment of our pets," she said. As for Henry, doctors found another tumor that means that he'll likely need monitoring for the rest of his life. However, Henry did eventually find a home. Indeed, the team at Newport Beach Animal Shelter fell so in love with the sweet dog, they couldn't let him go. Henry will live out the rest of his life in a loving home, surrounded by people who love him and his fellow rescue brothers and sisters, the shelter revealed in a statement in 2016.